Congratulations, Linda. Hello, everyone. I'm Ellen O'Connor from Weill. I'm privileged to introduce this year's winner of the Sandra Day O'Connor Board Excellence Award. Direct Women created this award to honor women lawyers who have not only served with distinction on public company boards, but who also exemplify the manner in which Justice O'Connor has led her life, forging new paths for women. Angela Brawley, our award winner, knocks it out of the park on both counts. I promised Angela that I'd speak only briefly about her stellar career and board service in order to leave time for what she calls her passion project. So I'll go fast, but hopefully do her some measure of justice. Angela has been recognized many times and in many ways for her leadership in business and her expertise in public policy, especially healthcare. She got her start in healthcare policy while in private practice in St. Louis. There she won the approval of the governor for an innovative settlement that established a foundation to pay for healthcare for poor Missourians. The client brought her aboard as general counsel, and eventually, after the client was acquired by a much larger healthcare insurer, WellPoint, she was lured to Indianapolis to become its general counsel. Then Angela made the ultimate leap to become WellPoint's CEO and board chair. Her tenure coincided with the fierce national debate over healthcare reform. While she served as CEO, her company, now called Anthem, achieved over $60 billion in revenue and covered 1 in 9 Americans through its Blue Cross and Blue Shield plans. Angela currently serves as an independent director on the boards of 4 major corporations in diverse and challenging industries: Brookfield Asset Management, ExxonMobil, Lowe's, and Procter & Gamble. She is committed to adding value to the boards on which she serves, and her boards, in turn, describe her as bringing a wealth of value to them in leadership, strategy, risk management, governance, and an understanding of governmental affairs. Key strengths in these demanding, disrupted, or at least very disruptible times. In addition to her public company boards, Angela serves on the Indiana Economic Development Corporation, and she and her husband have a deep relationship with the United Way. They have 3 children, one of whom has made his mother very happy by being with us today. But now, as promised, I'll turn to Angela's passion project, the Policy Circle. This is a grassroots initiative launched by Angela and 2 friends when they looked around the room at a public policy conference and saw that women were sorely missing from the conversation. They rolled up their sleeves, and the Policy Circle is their response. It encourages the formation of small groups of women to meet regularly to discuss economic, educational, and similar public policy issues facing their communities, and to do so in a fact-based, nonpartisan, collegial, Scalia RBG type way. In a sense, it's a technologically enabled national necklace of book clubs. There are now 276 active circles in 40 states, and the circles are growing outward. The Policy Circle's fundamental goal is to help women feel prepared to tackle serious policy issues, to practice raising their voice, and to find ways, big and small, to make change. And it's this devotion to expanding the civic involvement of women that connects Angela to Justice O'Connor's ideals and makes this award so fitting. Please join me in congratulating Angela Brawley.
And thank you for that kind introduction and the plug for the Policy Circle, which, of course, I have to say a few more things. Thank you also to the board and staff of Direct Women. I want to thank especially the representatives of the boards where I serve today, who are at tables here and came as sponsors, so you can yell out when I call on you. First, Procter & Gamble. Woohoo! So Procter & Gamble is just now recently adding our 5th woman on the board of directors. So, yes. Lowe's, the home improvement store. Woo-hoo! That's right. I am honored to serve on the board, and there are 4 women on the Lowe's board of directors. Yeah, okay. And Brookfield Asset Management. Yeah, woohoo! Okay. I serve there, and there are 4 women as well on that board of the asset management company. And then on the platform companies, there are a number of women on the board. So I'm very proud of my association with each of you and grateful that you are here today and bought a table. I do have to also thank my husband, Doug, and my son, Matthew, who's here, who made his mother very happy that he came. And they're at the Brookfield table. I am so honored by this award and just to be associated with Justice Sandra Day O'Connor. According to the Evan Thomas biography of Sandra Day O'Connor, which is aptly named First, the top women law students who were vying to become her clerks created essentially a mythology around what the interview process was like. Apparently, it was important, they said, to wear a red dress. So, who knew, right? Right. It was said that Justice O'Connor was not absolutist in either the cause of women's rights or any other cause because she was always practical. She believed that she could do more good by her own actions and case by case by laying a foundation for others to build on. But about her civic duty, she was adamant. She cherished the system of government that gave us the rule of law, and she devoted her life to supporting and preserving it. In 1969, Sandra and her husband John, together with some other civic leaders in Phoenix, started a program called Valley Leadership. The mission was to encourage young people to learn about the community, to become active in it, and in time to become civic leaders. That very idea is why, together with my co-founders, we created the Policy Circle, which, as Ellen said, is growing a grassroots network of women gathering in circles across the country to connect, learn about, discuss public policy, and at the end of the circle meeting, the circle says, is this an issue we're going to do something about? And often they do. Please go to our website, www.thepolicycircle.org. Everything you need to do to start a circle is there. And we also have a summit November 15th in Chicago with some incredible speakers. I think the Policy Circle serves the same aim as Direct Women. We support women and we help them find a place at the table. Since we're getting ready to celebrate the 100th anniversary of women's suffrage through the passage of the 19th Amendment, which will happen in January of 2020, I think it's also important to share a little quote from Susan B. Anthony. So many may not know she was an early suffragette, which meant that she was not alive when the passage of the 19th Amendment occurred. But before her death, she said, "Oh, but if I could live another century to see the fruition for all the work of women. There is so much yet to be done. When we shall someday be heated, we shall have our amendment to the Constitution of the United States, and everyone will think it was always so. Just exactly as many young people believe that all the privileges, all the freedom, all the enjoyments which women now possess always were there. They will have no idea how every single inch of ground that she stands upon today has been gained by the hard work of some little handful of women of the past. I'm grateful for Susan B. Anthony and what she did, and I'm grateful for Justice Sandra Day O'Connor for her leadership, the way she lived her life fully, and acknowledging the impact she had on others, including those who followed her. What she endured on her ascent to becoming a Supreme Court justice, I can assure you, was many times harder than the experiences that we all have had in this room. But it was because of her leadership that many doors were open for all of us. For her, I am very grateful, and for this honor in her name, I thank Women Direct and all of you. Thank you.